This is The Swimming Show.
Re a le amohela kajeno ho The Swimming Show. Mofuthu se o fihlile, and we look forward to sharing with you the many stories we have this season about events in our dams, rivers, pools and in the sea. We are in Heritage Month and we have the opportunity of celebrating our diverse cultures and the many beautiful things that make South Africa great. Our under-20 water polo girls squad are getting valuable international experience in Greece. The under-20 boys ba felletse maemong a bo 20 ka Belgrade, Serbia. Check out more news and views on hashtag The Swimming Show. We look forward to hearing from you. The Swimming Show. In today's lineup, the SA Short Course Nationals, we feature highlights from the 4-day event. Sun City hosted the latest stand-up paddling championships in the Pilanesberg, Northwest Province. Check out the 10-kilometer SUP Classic action. All this and more on The Swimming Show. The Swimming Show. We go now to the GC Jolliffe Pool in Pietermaritzburg. We are featuring highlights from the 4-day event that took place recently. Dwayne DeLoca is poolside to take us through the action.
The South African swimming short course took place in Pietermaritzburg recently. The competition is in the 25-meter pool and was contested over a period of 4 days. What makes this event, and most prestigious events offered by Swimming South Africa, so special is that our swimmers with disability are always catered for. Their races are dispersed in between those of the able-bodied athletes at this event. Time now to look at the multi-class disability finals. The men and women swim together in this 100-meter individual medley S14, S15 category event. These swimmers compete against the world record mark in their respective categories, so the first to finish is not necessarily the winner. Butterfly is the first stroke. Aaron Putz, the 21-year-old from Aquazone Swimming Club, turns first in lane 6. Onto the backstroke leg. Raymond de Freitas is in lane 7. He's from Nelspruit Swimming Academy. Midway now, and they move on to the breaststroke leg. Elani Ferreira, the 19-year-old Marty, turns out of lane 2. The gold cap in lane 4 belongs to Maritza Snyders from the Beavers Swimming Club, eThekwini. Aaron Putz turns for the final 25 meters. A few seconds later, De Freitas follows from lane 7. Cornelia Fowler is seen briefly as she is passed by leader Putz. And Aaron Putz finishes first in 1 minute 9.92 seconds. De Freitas is next, and then Maritza Snyders is the first female to finish. Unfortunately, Melissa O'Neill from Tigers was disqualified for swimming her strokes out of sequence. Cornelia Fowler finishes now. And here are the confirmation of the results. The swimmers always look forward to the 50-meter freestyle event. It is the quickest stroke, so winning here has got certain prestige to it. Under starters' orders, Melissa O'Neill has lane 2 in the pink costume. 5 women wait for the gun. S15 swimmer Maritza Snyders from Beavers Swim Club is next to her. Then it's Cornelia Fowler with the South African swim cap. Turning first from lane 5 is Marty's Elani Ferreira. Final swimmer in lane 6 is 14-year-old Paula van Zyl. In the home stretch, it's 20-year-old Maritza Snyders chasing down Ferreira. Melanie Ferreira will clock the quickest time, but as mentioned previously, the best time recorded in the respective class will win this event. Snyders follows, and then Paula van Sale in lane 6. For the second time, the officials have seen something they don't like about Melissa O'Neill's stroke, or possibly her turn. Unfortunately, she is disqualified. Men's 50-meter freestyle is up next. Christian Sadi and Charles Parkin contest the S1 to S13 category.
In lane 5, Charles
Lane 6 and 7, Aaron Putz and Raymond de Freitas swim in the S14 and S15 category. An even start for all the swimmers. Putz from Aquazone turns just ahead of Christian Sadi, the Marty's finalist, going in lane 4. The final meters now, and Aaron Putz is going to win here. 28.08 seconds. Sadi is next. They followed by Raymond de Freitas and 49-year-old Charles Parkin. Christian Sadi very happy with his swim. You have been watching Swimming for People with Disability from the South African National Short Course Championships.
Hare mabenkeleng usisuthi. After the break, the Sun City Stand-Up Paddling Championship, we highlight the 10-kilometer event. Stay with us. Sun City, Provincia Northwest. This is the venue of the SUP Classic 2017. Mabelo Amunyaka afedile. Now it is on to the 10-kilometer stand-up paddling challenge. A clean day next to the famous Gary Player golf course. Warm late winter weather, le moyanyana ofuka. Mohlophisi wa Mabelo Jackie Dibilo ubuisana le bankakarolo pele baqala. The 10 kilometers course is made up of 7 by 1,300 meter laps and 1 super lap of 900 meters. It is a race of tactics, stamina and endurance. You need speed as well, but more importantly, you must know when to speed. 12 male entries line up to get a water start in the Sun City Dam.
2, 1.
And the SUP Classic is underway. Quite a frenetic start as the paddlers scramble to reach open water. It looks easier than what it is, especially when fatigue sets in. Many of the participants in the sport ba re kannete e tshwana le ho palama baesekele ha fela o ikwetlisa. As the race got into the third lap, the sun was at its hottest and the wind died down. This made the race tougher than anticipated. Even though the paddlers are on water, they run the risk of dehydration. The entrants are carefully washed during the competition. You can see that they are also using hydration backpacks. While the male contest is hotting up, basadi le bona ba ikemisetsa ho qala. They paddle the same distance but will be in their own competition. A quick start from Jackie Dibilo. She gains an early lead. She is the current national champion.
My tactic today was it's a flat water race, so if someone is on my tail at the start, they're literally going to be there the whole time. So I just wanted to be fast at the start so I could get ahead right in the beginning and just stay ahead. It's really hard to catch up when you stand up paddleboarding. Our average race distance in South Africa is 10 kilometers, so it's either a 9k, 10k, 11k kind of race. Then you also have what we call technical racing in the ocean. It's usually a triangular loop where it's in and out of the waves buoy turns where you turn around a can in the ocean, and it's more technical. And then you get this flat water racing. We have various racing championships within the world. The world champs every year does change. Last year it was in Fiji, which was an ocean race. This year it's in Denmark, it's in the harbour, so it's more a flat water race. So it's just kind of, in South Africa we have a variation of racing, so we can choose the best athletes to represent South Africa at the end of the day, no matter what the conditions are.
I think the various regions, your three dominant regions at the moment are Cape Town, Durban, and to a slightly lesser extent Johannesburg, which is strange because internationally 80% of all the paddlers internationally are on flat water, because you have waters like this behind me, smooth as a baby's. It's absolutely beautiful, crystal clear water out there. It's super. So your opportunity to get anyone on the water is all dependent on your region. We've got seminars that we hold, fun days, family days, and there are time trials that are held in each of the regions as well. So if you hop onto SUP Cape Town, SUP Durban or SUP Johannesburg, you'll be led into the right direction on how to get involved in the sport.
Yes, living in Johannesburg, flatwater is my preferred racing platform. I went out hard at the start, got myself into the front spot just to get nice and comfortable with the front of the wave train. Once I established the top four and I knew I had everything under control, I let Kimon, the junior, come and take the front. Let him do all the hard work.
Yeah, it was very tactical. We started out and Kimon and Chris kind of jumped and hit a sprint in the beginning. I'm a bit older than them, so I figured I'll make them work the whole race. Every now and again, just kind of snuck out next to them just to let them know I was there. And then throwing in the super lap, it's my first race with a super lap. So I wasn't too sure when to go, when not to go. And I think it benefits, the guys who are at the back. They can jump on and catch up. So I just kind of stuck to my guns, and Chris and I and Kimon went on the last lap, which I think was the right move for the front guys. And I'm very happy with my result.
Cast your eyes to the leading paddlers here, just approaching the island. Front two paddlers, the orange nose and the blue board of Chris Couve. It's a sprint finish. We've got 100 meters to go. Two paddlers, Chris Couve just taking it up from Tom King. A great race from the beginning today. This brings to the end 10 kilometers of racing. Tom having a go, Chris holding onto it from the front. Chris Couve from Tom King. Tom King giving a drive here. Can he make it? Chris Couve takes it from Tom King. Starboard from Mistral. Very, very good racing, guys.
Tom's actually had a phenomenal race. On the last turn I came through on the inside, took the short line around the island, blocked him from taking the short line, put him on the outside, and then just hung on until the end and crossed the line in first place, so really stoked with that.
Chris and I had a little dice for the finish, which was fun. He just pipped me, but hey, we'll be back next year for hopefully a first place.
This is your third place paddler, just passing the island, having passed the island, coming up to the finish. Kimon dos Santos. He pulled that bunch for most of the race. The boys just made their break and he couldn't hang on to us. Nice paddle there for Kimon dos Santos out of Cape Town, paddling on the starboard.
I led the race for about just more than half the race, and I think I just did too much in the beginning, tried to burst out, hoping to lose the guys, but it just didn't work out. So I guess a bit of lack of experience there, and yeah, just a few tactic errors.
Fourth place to Nick Parkross out of Durban, racing on the Naish. Very, very tight race. Legends race in front of us. Gary van Rooyen with Dave Maxwell. Dave Maxwell up against the island. Gary van Rooyen putting in some big strokes. 10 kilometers of paddling and they've still got a lot of energy still to go at this one here at the finish. Who's it going to be? Dave Maxwell up over the line. Gary van Rooyen. So there we have it. Dave Maxwell from Gary van Rooyen. Well done, guys.
10 kilometers of hard paddling and a drink and a splash in the dam is welcomed. Hajwale ha re shebe basadi ha ba qetella.
Raced out front from the beginning. She's been out there on her own, and this is the end of a 10-kilometer grind in some very hot conditions here at Waterworld, at Sun City, thanks to Sun International, the SUP Classic. This is your first lady. Give it up for Jax de Billo as she finishes this race. Fine form.
Le mohlophisi wa lebelo le yena ke SA National SUP champion, but she hasn't been competing that long.
Got into the sport about 4 years ago and got into the racing about 2 years ago. Just completed the race here at Sun City SUP Classic. Managed to get a win, so I'm pretty stoked. It's my 6th win of the season, so yeah, it's a good season.
I think this event is awesome. Definitely would like for it to be a yearly thing. Yeah, definitely come back for this.
Here now, the official result of the Sun City 10 kilometers SUP Classic. The beautiful Pilansberg Valley was the ideal venue and setting for the 2017 SUP Classic. O ka etela website ya bona ya SUP o tle o bone hore na wena o ka qala jwang. Beke e tlang, we will feature some night surfing that rounded off this splendid weekend of activity. Stand-up paddling, or better known as SUP. Check it out. Ka mora monyaka ona kaofela, re hloka ho ya mabenkeleng. Dula jwalo. Welcome back. Let's go back to Pietermaritzburg and join Dwayne DeLoca with highlights from the SA National Short Course.
The men line up now for the 100-meter backstroke final. Seagulls' Renee Pretorius is in lane 1. Another Seagull swimmer, Chase Raymond, is in lane 2. Lane 3, Marno Langeveld. From Tux, Nick van der Merwe in 4. More red caps from Tux. Lo Wibberholzer is in 5. 2 Mandeville Dolphin swimmers now, Cameron Oliver and Aidan Baines. In lane 8, Ivan Bierkes from Eastern Gauteng. We're back in 2009, George Durant set the African and South African mark in 50 seconds flat. Nick van der Merwe with an explosive start from lane 4. Wall comes very quickly and they turn together. 23-year-old Marno Langeveld in lane 3 looks to have the edge as they approach the midway mark. Mandeville's Cameron Oliver lying second from lane 6. Strong turn for Langeveld, he's increasing his lead. The perfect V forming in the centre of the pool. Chase Raymond in lane 2 is fighting hard to medal here. Second place is still Oliver in lane 6, with only meters to go. It's close, but I give it to Marno Langeveld. 55.25 seconds, a good win for Tux. 21-year-old Cameron Oliver hangs in for second, and third, Chase Raymond, only 15 years of age, sneaks in. It looks like Lo Wibberholzer from Tux will just miss out on the medals. Well, let's see what the women can do in the same event. The 100-meter backstroke final. 18-year-old Tux star Natanya van Niekerk is in lane 4.
Take your marks.
Lacey Williams and Jamie Reynolds are the 2 SEAL swimmers with the green caps in lane 2 and 3. Amy Stanford in lane 8. Another Tux swimmer, Elinde Duplessis, is seen here in lane 1. Not much in it at the first turn. Well, from my angle, it's Duplessis closest to camera in the red cap with the lead. Natanya van Niekerk makes her move in the centre of the pool. A long glide from Elinde Duplessis keeps her in contention. lane 4, Van Niekerk has moved into turbo mode. She will win here, but what a race from her Tux teammate, 16-year-old Elinde du Plessis. It's Van Niekerk, followed by du Plessis, and the Nel twins from Cape Town. They get in for 3rd and 4th respectively. The girls are some 5 seconds off Chanel van Beek's national mark, but the talent is very evident here. Another final now, the men's 50-meter butterfly event. 4 swimmers from Pretoria Tux are in the final. From Nelson Mandela Metro, it's Alad Basson in lane 5. Dario Geyser from Ellis Ross, Andrei Olmochenko from Tux, and Sean Woodley from Electric Eels in Johannesburg.
And lane 8, Sean Woodley.
A good start for Basson in lane 5, but look at Erasmus on his left, a definite lead at the turn. A fast return for Douglas Erasmus, no one is going to catch him. 23.9 seconds gets him the gold. Alad Basson finishes 2nd, and lane 3's Robin Ravine from Tux takes 3rd. Michael Hooley from Cape Town is not at this event. The race would have been interesting if he was in the lineup. Erasmus, though, is satisfied with his final. Another medal for Tux.
We are out of time for today, but check out our Twitter account and Facebook for news and stories from the world of aquatic sport. Selemo sa open water se fihlile. Get the family and take your friends. There are plenty of events around the country. Let's make use of our sunshine and great outdoors. Ho fihlela nakong e tlang, e ba le mafelo a beke a monate. E ntse e le nna Dikeledi Letsiri.
The Swimming Show.